Troops, Reilly's Gaff is sponsored by El Dorado Tonic Wine. I love this stuff. Big James loves this stuff. And you're going to love it as well. Go get yourself a bottle at convenience stores all over Scotland, or you can get it online on Amazon as well. Go get yourself a wee bottle, crack it open, and enjoy the podcast.
Day-to-day the shit change, but you know for the most part nothing ain't different. Sometimes be stuck in my ways, weekend fucked up in somebody's kitchen, sticking my hand, I'm chilling with the troops and my few cans down, so I walk like Winston. Trust me, I wake up hanging, you think that I'm leaving this bed, you're kidding, I'm sitting on back in the pad, get deep fried and I smoke some packs of the grass, put the feet up, kick back and relaxing at best, no I'm sitting on Reilly's.
Aquarius Creative.
Aye, obviously, after Sean was just telling us after, obviously, he's just off his Armadillo show, went really well, Pavilion went excellent. The Aquarius Creative have reached out to the three boys and they want to take his on.
It's an honour and a privilege. A real opportunity for me to elevate my influencing career.
Yep.
I feel that there's a real market for guys like me. I think that they're missing that market. I feel that they could be going for guys, you know, like myself in the public eye, in the public image. I feel I've got a lot to bring.
What could you bring? Because obviously Aquarius Creative, they're probably the hottest influencing agency in the world.
On earth, eh?
So, I mean, they've got stars already. You know, are you willing to go on TikTok live? Are you willing to do brand deals?
Yeah. I feel like I've got that swagger, Evan, Jamie. I think I've got that nastiness in me, and I think that a lot of people just they can't show that. You know, there's certain things holding them back. I feel that to the table, I've got the lot. I've got the cards, I've got the cutlery, the plates, and the meal. I'm ready to go. And I feel like that's something missing. Scottish ready culture is holding back Scottish people, guys.
Scottish.
And I feel that you have to just put everything out on the table and go for it. And I can bring that to them for sure.
Mate, I think
Scottish ready culture.
Scottish
Can we break down Scottish ready culture for a second?
Scottish ready culture is actually it's vile, mate. It's vile.
I think it's still there, but
I don't know. I think I don't know as much. I think people are like I don't know if it's like just because I've got older, but I feel like because when I was younger I was fucking terrified of being readied.
100%.
Terrified, mate. I couldn't think of anything worse than being like slightly embarrassed in front of people.
do you know what I used to have see when I was in high school? I used to have a recurring dream about being in the PE changing room and I'd be getting changed and I'd take my trousers down. I didn't have any boxers on. And everybody would be like, oh my God, yeah.
Tiny
I'd be
people.
oh, and then I'd wake up and be like, oh, fuck, man. No, everybody would be like, David's got a heavy chop. And I'm like, yes.
It would be so funny to be like, know how that way you get some people that are just a mad, wildly confident way. Like, imagine being that confident that like your anxiety dreams turn into cunts just being like, you're some size of Bobby on that.
Everything's pure perfect.
Like you're going to school and then your trousers fall down and you're, oh fuck, I've no clothes on, and then it's just a big chopper, mate. Everything's ideal.
My dreams are like fucking see my dream. I dream all the time, but my dreams are like they're just pure average day to day things. Like last night, I had a dream that I went back to mass, and the priest came up and was talking to me and Ben at the mass, and me and Ben were like, listen, like, we've not been for 13 years, but we're going to come back. We're going to get back into it. And he's like, that's fine, boys. Like, what the fuck?
Talk to the priest like it's a Fitbit.
No, not even anything mildly interesting.
That is mental, mate.
Weird situations like that.
I think that shows that you're in like a good place in your life. I think. See, when your dreams are just like, I never believe I was doing about went to shop, where to get milk, there was no milk, right? It's like see pure normal shit. But then I notice when I get off the pen and that, my dreams getting like I had a dream I get fucking stabbed. Fuck it. It's probably because I'm watching all these scheme videos. But I had a dream that I was getting like.
Mate, how horrible is that getting plugged?
Did I tell you a dream I had about Jake Paul and Logan Paul?
I think so.
The Paul brothers.
I had a dream.
The Paul bearers,
You
bro.
were the third Paul bearer.
I was trying to be like in the dream. I was like, I can like get in on their mad thing, like I'll boxing, fucking everything. And in the dream, they were like, right, you need to come with us and do this thing. It was like an initiation thing to get into the Paul brothers, and I had to go and bomb my high school. and I was climbing the fence at the pitches, and they caught us. And like we got caught for it, and after it, I was sitting with them. We're sitting somewhere, and I was like, "I'm actually fucked. I just bombed my old high school. I'm like a terrorist, basically." And Logan Paul and Jake Paul were just like that. I think it'll be fine. That we've got lawyers and that. And I was like, "I usually get lawyers." And I remember being in the middle of like the lawyer discussion and waking up pure. Oh,
what was that about lawyers? That's so funny, mate. Did you get in? Did you get into being the third pallbearer?
I never found it.
No.
To be continued.
You woke up, but hopefully it's good when you wake up and you go back into the dream, plug yourself back in, and it's the exact same. Like you just pick up where you left off. That's a madness, mate. I used to get that all the time. Like I used to dream. I used to have mad dreams when I was younger that would carry on for like 3 nights.
I wish I could do that.
How
Do you
not?
do that?
No, mate, don't worry about that. I'm interested to hear.
I had a mad dream that like I was walking about a place that was like kind of like it was where I stayed. So at the time I stayed in Burmullock, right, and I was stayed right next to College Lands, which is like now an estate. But when I was younger, it was a construction site. But I used to cut about it with my pals. I used to jump the fence and just fling bricks about. No, like what you do when you're like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever.
Normal young boy stuff.
Just being daft wee boys, daft silly wee boys. But I had a dream that like that was like overgrown, and there was hundreds of mad mythical beasts in it, and I was like walking through it, and I would like encounter mad animals with mad mad snake things that had fucking goat eyes and all that, like mad stuff. And it was like a few nights in a row, I mean, being like, jump back in there, know what I mean? Like I'll go back, like I was plugging myself back in with a VR or something, mate.
There's been dreams I've woke up for and I'm like, I need to get back to sleep and try and get back there.
Aye, defo.
Just idyllic places.
See if you could bottle like dream juice or something, like see if you could like see if you could have like a mad like Fanta that when you drank it you were like dreaming and you could kind of control it, and you'd be a millionaire.
Have you ever like searched up what your dreams mean?
Aye.
I mean, I swear to God, in high school I used to like, as soon as I woke up, I don't know why I was in this state of mind of like, I need to understand what these dreams
You're
mean.
an explorer.
I was exploring other universities, mate, and I'd come out it, and as soon as I woke up, I'd grab my phone, go to my notes app, type out everything that happened that I could remember in the dream, and then see like, because now how you wake up and then within 15 minutes you only remember like the end of the dream sort of thing. Like you're like, I know hundreds of shit happened there, but I only remember this bit of it. See if you write it all down. See, like 3 days later, you can look at it and you can put yourself back in it.
Aye, that's sick.
And
shit.
I used to search up like, ones like there's a website called Dream Dictionary, and so see if you see like a tumbleweed in your dream, you can go to like T and scroll down. And it'll be like tumbleweed. This represents absence in your life and blah blah blah.
Loss and all that.
But there's ones you don't want, mate. Like there was one like if all your teeth fall out, you're gay or something.
Mate, I've had a dream all my teeth fall out. So I have. Definitely that's been a dream of mine, mate, for sure. I've had that dream like multiple times, I think. There's mad themes, and do you know get like there's themes that like everybody gets kind of thing.
Famous, the sheer one that's
the
like being in a fight, but you're trying to throw punches and they're just not doing anything.
Oh, bro, that's like that is the worst thing
You're
in the
getting
world,
chased
bro.
and you can't.
Aye.
You're really slow. It's
Running
like,
through Chico.
Aye.
That is the worst shit ever. Because what was it somebody said to us the other day? It was fucking James Wood. No, here the day we're riding solo.
Aye, sorry if it looks bad or sounds bad. You just got to deal with it. We've not got a producer.
We've done all this by ourselves, but I'm very proud of this. But he told us he was getting chased by a mad wild dog, mate, a mad German Shepherd, mind.
Terrifying.
He was like on his bike and he was like, I was actual peddling it away from it and it was snapping at his like heels and that. And I was like, that's a mad nightmare scenario.
That is like a nightmare you would
Isn't
have.
it? Like I there's something about like I mind I seen a mad German. I was on holiday in Portugal, right, and I seen this mad thing at the end of the street. I was like, what the fuck is that? It looked huge and had big mad ears and all that, mad red eyes. I was like, that thing's nuts. I was like trying to get into like my hotel or whatever, and I was walking up and it started walking towards me and I was like, mad demon dog, mate. Jumped into the, like, it looked huge and all that, and then when it came down it was just a mad homeless fucking German Shepherd. That's like, the things are a problem, mate.
Fuck them chasing you, mate.
Any
Oh,
dog,
I quite like German Shepherds, man.
but any dog that the police like is like, that must be a mad killer,
Could
bro.
be a
Like,
No,
snitch.
dogs terrify me. Well, don't terrify me, but for some reason I'm a bit sketchy around about them. See border collies, man.
They're so like alert that it's
Aye.
scary almost.
Aye. Mate, do you ever see one of them? Do you ever drive by a border collie? And there used to be one where I used to stay, and every time you drove by it would go down as if you were like about to fling a ball, but it was like your motor that it would be doing it. So you'd like drive down the road, and if there was like 3 cars in a row, you'd just see this dog like waiting to like jump to into a motor or whatever, and the owner would just be like, come on. Like,
Remember growing up, there was always like a notorious dog in the where you grew up. And there was a dog in
Notorious
Blackburn, and
DOG.
there was a border collie, and it was like when Waynes were all playing football and Heidi Tig and all that, and if this dog was out, it was absolute chaos. Running trying to find a house or whatever, or a wee close to go into there.
border collie will chase you down and all,
Mate,
mate.
But what you don't, what's funny about getting chased by a dog when you're young and that is you don't realise they're chasing you because you're running. So it's like you're like, fucking hell, man, what's this thing like? Like, you don't understand. They just think they're playing with
But
you.
you still don't, like, if I get chased by a dog, I'd still be the same. It's a mad primal thing, I think. It's like, I need to get away for this thing. Know what I mean?
Aye.
Even if it is just trying to play with you. But, mate, no, you're saying a notorious dog. There was a big fucking, like, Irish wolfhound that used to kick about up the park up my way. And it was, like, nuts looking. Have you ever seen one of them?
They're the big, massive fucking things. Like,
Are they dead tall and like hate like?
Aye, like scraggly, like mad looking, bro. And you used to see, and the guy would walk it at night time because it was so like whatever, and we'd all be boozing up the park, mate, and you just see this big silhouette of this mad scraggly horse walking by me. Like, oh, that's a major one.
Mate, they're a boy I used to hang about with, right? I used to go up his house and get stoned when I was like just leaving high school, and he had one of them, mate, and it was called Ronaldo. He called the dog, he just loved Ronaldo. He called the dog Ronaldo, and I remember like getting into his house. It would be like, I've never seen the dog, but I knew he had a dog called Ronaldo. But they used to just leave, like it was that mental. They just had to shut it in a room, mate.
Oh, did they?
But that's probably why it was mental. Know what I
Aye,
mean?
definitely.
So like anytime,
Armline.
but the thing.
wearing a Brazil top.
Where is R9 these days? He's in halfway in a house, locked in a room, dressed up as an Irish greyhound. But like one day I remember it got out, mate, and I've never see because it's obviously been in there pure pent up. Like
Aye.
in their heads being stupid, they're like, fucking just keep my hug in there, but they don't realise
What it's
like
doing, the
I was
damage.
just painting up this mad demon, mate. And if it got out once, I remember it leaped up on me, and it was like its paws were like on my shoulders,
Big
like
nails
pure-
and that.
I was like, oh my god.
Mate, they dogs and all, like, because every time I seen that one, it was always dead calm. It was always walking pure hangway, and I can't like see if that thing was riled up in a house. That's a mad mind blowing thing, mate. Like, they're so big.
Can he caging the beast in it? It's like being locked up for fucking so long and then being unleashed, man. It's
like
no
these
going
animals
to
that are getting out of barrel after 10 stretch and that, isn't it, bro?
They just go straight back in, bro.
Stay back in, get me back in, mate. I know tales of guys that have like, they'll get out jail and they'll just literally go and like smash a shop up and just wait on the police.
Aye, that's
Know what I
class.
mean, just wait on the police coming and being like, take me back, bro.
Need to get back in the wing, mate.
Aye.
Like, because people pure like run, like, it's a mad social community thing in that. They'll pure
Aye.
like get back and run my wee bit.
institutionalisation in it. So I think it's just a lot of them have been in and out that long. They don't know anything else, really. It's a shame, innit?
They're,
When you think about it, it's a shame.
Barrel's got to be a museum. Know about that?
Mate, so
Do you? No, it's
No,
getting
I've
shut
heard
down.
that.
So they're building HMP Glasgow. My work's like kind of part of it.
no, I
And
think
it's up Royston, mate. HMP
right
Glasgow.
across
mate.
for the candy.
HMP Glasgow's hard, mate, because you don't get a lot of city names as like a prison.
Aye.
Like, I think there's HMP Birmingham, maybe, and then like maybe HMP something else, but it's always like Grampian and Addiewell, not it's always mad names like that. But I think having Glasgow's cool.
No, it's hilarious. I've heard from a few people that when they were at school, the school took them on a trip to Berlin,
Aye.
and I never heard that before.
Like a scared straight thing. Like,
I don't really know if it was like see mad like, problem American teenagers and they get took into like the mad jail camp things, and it's like a guy busting my book because their behaviour's that bad.
Bostels, mate. You get-
won't let him in here, sucker. But it's like, taking kids to Barrel, obviously to try to open their eyes to things. But
Mate, it was probably Smithy. Smithy Croft's literally like.
aye, right next to it.
Mate, you can punt, like, you play football at Smithy Croft pitches and you could punt a ball at it. Like, balls get lost in.
no getting that back.
Why is all the Waynes in a school coming in with drones, man? What's that
Can we get our ball back? On the drone.
on the drone?
Imagine getting sent for the ball. Nah, you need to go, mate. Fucking hit it.
Imagine you get done for like some mad trafficking drug king or something. You're like, why get my ball back?
Mate, I think the teachers in there, like that's the easiest threat in the world, isn't it? If you're being bad in Smithycroft, just say, mate, look at that.
Hello, Berlin.
Yep, he's been a very bad boy today.
Listen, David, you've not done your homework in a week, and with that kind of attitude, you end up over there.
Mate, they were
What are you in for, bro? Did I do my fucking homework for about 2 weeks?
The big house, mate. Going to school next to the big house it's a ever looming threat. It'd probably make me work harder at school.
That's a nightmare, innit? Like, I have like a perpetual fear of like just one day the police just turn up my door and be like, aye, you've been doing this mad thing you've not known about for like 8 years, mate. Like you're gone, like, and you get like 4 years. Imagine actual one of us, right? No, like all these mad nutters that are like expect to go to jail. One of us, your average Joe, pussies. Let's put it straight, right? One of us, like, 4 year you're getting, mate.
I couldn't. I don't even know, mate. I couldn't handle it myself in there, mate. I'd get done in, mate.
Do you think you could survive?
I think Sean
I
would
don't
be.
know, mate. I'm not sure.
I think, mate, you'd be.
You just need to adapt to it, wouldn't you? Like, it's obviously you've not got an option, really, have you?
You'd be absolutely fine, bro. He'd be like a mad shaman on the ward, man. Everybody'd love him. Everybody'd come to him.
Everybody's pot noodles for them and all that.
You'd sort stuff out for people, I think.
For the barber, no.
But know what I feel like would happen to me, right? I would go in and I would like try and be like, it's happening to me. I'd just like, now the way you'd just be like low key, just to like, I'm on any gang like that, mate. I'm just in that daft thing. Like, I'm not here to partake and all that shit, right?
Aye.
But I feel like somebody would just test you immediately.
Aye.
And I think they would just look in my eyes and go, mate,
100%, like-
you're a fucking pussy, mate. You're getting the piss taken out of you in here.
Aye.
I think that would happen like day one, mate.
Aye, mate,
Somebody
off the
would just
bat.
come up and be like, geez that muffin, see for your lunch. You'd be like,
All right.
no. Would you say no?
No.
What do you do? Like, say I'm a nuts looking cunt. First day in jail in Barrel. Right, it's lunch now, mate. We all need to go down. You get your tray and that, and you sit down. And a mad cunt comes up behind you. He's like that. Geez that muffin. What you actually saying?
That's my muffin.
I'll die for this muffin.
Fuck
mate.
off. That's my muffin. Fuck off. You clown.
Aye, that could work.
That
God, he wants my muffin.
crazy in them.
miss.
Hey, miss. Mate, you need to crazy dog them maybe.
I think-
you just. It's my fucking muffin. Like that.
You'd be like, whoa.
See, to be fair,
Cunt just cracked.
I think the actual perception of prison's a bit different
Aye.
because it's like the Americanisation of prisons. It's like you go in, you get pumped, you fucking
Aye, all that
get, but obviously mad shit happens. But I think if you just try to keep your nose clean and you're alright with people, there's a chance you'll be alright.
Mate, I think it's like a mad club, mate. I think it's like got like, know how, I don't know, let's see, in the changing rooms after the football, that I think it'll be similar to that. It's just all boys in it. It's just all
Can't
kids that
leave.
just
But you
go to
can't
jail and they're
leave
just
for-
like, fuck it, know what I mean?
I've got a question for you, right? Would you rather get shagged once in jail or get cracked every day?
Shagged once and then
It's literally one hit after a different prisoner every day just goes
How long's the sentence?
2.5 years.
how long's the sex? How long's the guys? How big's the guys willy?
Depends how well you perform it, how long it lasts. Just being a total slag, mate. Just try to get it done right.
Twirling in that.
Just try and get him done quick, guys, mate.
Get us out the line and I'll enjoy my 2.5 year.
Imagine like, so say you're like, right, I don't want cracked every day, but then you make this guy come in seconds, mate, right? And then you've got to like, that would spread about the jail. Jamie Kelly went brazy on Big Barry's dick the other day. Like, wait,
I was told this was a one-time deal.
Jamie Kelly went brazy on Big Barry's dick in his cell the other day. Came in about 3 minutes. Then you have to like live with that reputation for like 2.5
Aye.
years. So you're always getting guys coming up to you. You're like, all right, yeah. I'm in for life, mate. What you doing it? I'm in for life, bro.
I'm the Berlin thought, mate.
Aye, you're getting past the football, innit?
Would you rather? Questions are unbelievable. Like, I keep seeing ones and it's like, say it's like Manchester City and it's like Q&A with Kevin De Bruyne on Twitter and it's like always some CD fucker and the response is like, you are with Erling Haaland and Pep Guardiola. Would you rather do Guardiola from the behind or take it off Erling Haaland from the? Do you know what I mean?
It's like if
what
you're
would you rather?
It's like that one. if you're an inch into your mom,
Aye, that's it.
and then your dad's an inch into your
Aye,
arse,
that's it.
That's a classic,
do
mate.
you move forward or back? Did we not get to ask that like day one in this pod?
We got asked that. There's a new
Day one.
There's a new.
It was honestly about a
First
month
step.
in, mate.
The first comment we got. There's a new one of them, mate. I don't know if you've heard it. Would you rather shag your girlfriend?
Aye, right.
Right, you heard it.
Aye, it's good.
If would you rather shag your girlfriend in your mum's body or your mum in your girlfriend's body? So like that
Oh, that's
person.
horrible. Man. That's actually vulgar, man.
How bad's that? It's like a mental thing.
I picked dad.
Again.
Choose dad.
That Jamie Kelly to do it.
Can't got him. Just give your dad a wank. What are you doing, mate?
This has been the darkest time I've ever been on
Do I
here.
know after
This
all,
is
mate?
very dark today. Very, very dark.
The mum in your girlfriend's body is the only answer to that, but it's fucking horrific. Like, that's a terrible thing. But it's like, if you're going the other way, you're a mad psychopath, know what I mean? Like
Aye.
your girlfriend in your ma's body. What? No, mate, then your bird's watching you shag your ma.
No, but it looks like your girlfriend.
No, I'm talking the other way.
Oh, the other way.
So
aye.
your girlfriend's watching you shagging your ma. Know what I mean?
No, they don't get to watch. Bro.
No, but she's in your ma.
Oh, aye.
So
See,
she's
yeah,
like,
but
this
does
is
somebody
his
ask you
mom.
Did somebody ask you that on this?
No, it's just been floating about.
That's
See,
a new
the,
one.
the person that fucking started that should be doing a bit of jail time for me, man.
I
That's-
think they did. I think it came out in a drone for the jail with a note on it. Like, you have new questions. Got a new question for the outside world, man. It's floating about Berlin. You need to get this out of here.
What'd you get done for? Shagging my bod, my bird hopped into my mom's body and that. It was fucking a mad thing, man.
What you in for? What's your other questions? 5 year, man.
Some of the worst would you rattles out there, mate. You know what? The wide oil, bro.
The
What's your other
hardest shit.
question, mate?
The hardest would you rather out in the streets, bro. Ask the judge. Ask the judge about the inch into your maw.
Mate, what about, we're talking about back in the day, right? I was talking about this with Megan last night. See, in Glasgow culture, when did that go away, mate? The Vicky?
Right, it's the...
Everybody's middle fingering it now.
A fucking bam.
That was a big deal when I was young.
That still
if you
get-
threw that up, mate, you threw that up to a teacher or something, mate, you're fucked.
Mate, that still gets flung about at
Yeah.
see it like lower level SPFL teams. That's still about everywhere. See when you see like Hibs versus like Dundee. See when Dundee scored and they're all going mental. You see Hibs fans like that's the only place that exists.
This is a city thing and this is like outside of it.
Or the Cowden Beef fans like,
Right,
get
you
at that,
fucker.
man.
You clown, you.
Ah, you fucking
Saying
tosser.
that, in Glasgow, people are more likely to get a picture there. See that one? See,
Aye, but
Chris Breezy Brown at the Hydro tonight. You know what I mean?
That's him had Nick Ball stunt in it. That's how Nick Ball started that, I think, in pictures.
Aye, do you know Nick Ball's a tiny wee boxer for Liverpool, but he's dynamite, mate. He's so good, mate.
He's fighting. Is he not fighting this weekend?
Mate, he's always fighting, mate. I think he
Nick
fights
Ball
every
was facing off with his opponent. Obviously, we follow him on Instagram, mate. One night we took mushies and watched like a live Riyadh season boxing event. So it was like, who was fighting Big
It
Bang
was-
Yang?
Aye, but it was Nick Ball versus that Mexican guy who's like 6'3",
Aye, so this guy is like, Nick Ball's about what, 5'3"?
5'4" or something, mate.
And the
aye.
same weight as him, a guy was like 6'2", easy, right? He was a big skinny Mexican guy. And they both looked, I wish we had Jamie here to pull pictures of them up, but they both looked so insane. But because we were tripping, it looked even more mental. So we've been following Nick Ball for ever since.
Yep.
But he was on Instagram facing off with his opponent, mate. And it was like, he was pure, he's usually like stone faced, isn't he? He's usually like, but he was pure talking to him. He's like, your breath stinks and all that. That's a classic, isn't it?
Breath stinks. Breath stinks is a mad like killer for me. See if somebody says that, like, oh, your breath's barking, bro. That drives me crazy, mate.
Heli tells us.
I couldn't have that.
Halitosis,
What is that?
Does that
Halitosis.
halitosis just still means you've got a stinking breath? Like it's no
Aye,
one.
it's-
Is it an actual condition?
The medical. the medical term. Aye.
For having bogging dog soup breath.
Heli tells us. I think it is anyway. I might have got that wrong, but I think it is.
Aye, no, that's an infliction I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy, mate. You wouldn't get that. See if you went for the Aquarius job and you had halitosis.
When I go for the Aquarius job.
Mate,
He's got it.
I think what the Aquarius, what you're going to bring is brand deals with some outside of the box shit.
What brand deals do you think you could
Let's
secure?
talk that.
Secure deals.
Farm foods.
They've not been on my radar, Jamie, but what kind of to elevate the brand you're talking about?
What
And what would
could
you
be
fit
more-
in with? Like, so say Megano maybe does stuff with
Dr.
fucking...
Oetker.
Oh, the face cream and hand cream and shit.
No, cheesy pasta and that, innit? Dr. Oetker.
What
Go
about
for that.
Miguel's buses?
Buses.
Miguel's buses.
Potentially.
McGee's pies and that.
I would elevate the brand. I think I would pull in some like Tata Steel and all that.
What did you think of it, that show? We loved it, didn't we? You put me on it.
I thought it was really interesting. Like, just in the sense of, just to see, it's obviously it's good that local people and that are bringing a business and bringing an idea and doing well for themselves. But I thought it looked a bit staged. But to be honest, I think it was a lot of people were sort of playing up to the cameras and weren't really being themselves, in my opinion. I mean, obviously there were people that were being themselves, but I just didn't think it.
See, for the people that were like the contestants, that were like no even big influencers, to come in and be like, I want to like join you and be big influencers, must be mental for them, like being gone for like, because some of them had like what, 4,000 followers, right? Which is good if you're like kind of, you're like, you know, you're kind of on the rise sort of thing. But like them coming in, then being on an actual show in the BBC, like it must have been impossible for them to actually act. Just that's just how I act all the time.
Saying that there's, it's like, see, like with the Apprentice and stuff like that, it's like the way that they edit it is to make it look really dramatic, and it's kind of like out of context almost for the actual scene that's getting filmed, and it makes them look a bit daft, if you know what I mean. That you never know, that could have been done that as well.
See with the like people acting so like staged on camera, I feel like that's just happening everywhere. Like that's just like, see every single person, cause of people in the street stop them and doing TikToks and all this mad stuff. Everybody's like media trained now.
Everybody's kind of switched.
So mad.
Everybody's kind of switched on to
Football
like,
players are the worst, I think, for it. Like just getting interviewed and it's just the same bullshit every.
they're so boring, aren't they, man?
Fuck me, man. Like, I mean, some of them are brand new, but some of the interviews you watch, you're like fucking.
It's
and then
funny.
you watch the wee like shorts and that they're making, it will just be like favourite film, and it's like Shawshank Redemption.
It's like ready salted walkers. It's like
Steak and chips.
like the most stereotypical answers. Like that's why I love like Jota and that. Like mind Jota, I don't know if it's still the same, but there was a while when he was at Celtic, right? So obviously he's a mad cult
He's
hero.
interesting,
He's a mad cult hero at Celtic, and you're like, mad Jota. But see, if you look at his Instagram, he was only following like 4 accounts, and like 3 of them were like architecture accounts and that. It was like he's obviously just no wild the same as he's dead like romantic and that Jota. Like he's dead like this club, this beautiful soul and all that.
What a fucking ride.
Then you get like Anthony Ralston just signed a new deal. It's like it's great. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a different
A lot of
mindset.
football players are brand new, I think, no, as well. Like, but there's some of, like, I'm talking like, see, like high up in the game, like the Premier League and that. I just think
Foden and that.
mate, they're just
Bells, J Bells.
See, be fair, some of them steeze out a bit in that. Like, see, I always love see when like there's like a big international weekend or whatever. See, watching the France players turn up for training.
They're always in the
Like Mendy and all that, pure steezed out to the girls, bro. Like pure nut shit. But it's quite like I don't know if that's saying like any like sort of personality, but I just mean like the kind of outlandish a wee bit.
I don't wear like a jacket that only goes halfway down their body and that,
Big
and then
chains and all that.
But at the same time, I hate all that, mate.
Aye.
Like I hate like you see like PSG travelling for like an away European game. It's like Tom Brown styled them, and they all look like pussies, mate. Like, they all just look all like bold in this play, and you're like, hey, that's fucking
these
PSG
cunts are living in
track.
another world, but altogether, it's
Aye.
like see a lot of guys at that level of football or any celebrity that like sort of A-list kind of thing, they don't need anything for themselves in their life whatsoever. Like they don't, like football players don't, like say if you're a football player, do you think like you take control of your fucking bills and direct debits coming out? No, somebody does it for you, it just comes out your account. Do you think they go to meet a mortgage advisor herself to get a mortgage for a house? Probably no. Do you know what I mean?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think,
it's done
mate,
for them, man.
I don't think they do anything like.
It's big fucking babies, man.
I know a guy that used to rent Chris Commons' house, one of Chris Commons' house half him, and it was dead. Like, I was like, how long you rent this? And it was like 4 years or something. I was like, oh, what's he like? And he's like, no, I met him once. And I was like, he's your landlord, bro. You know, native, like, I don't know, didn't know
You
he
don't-
show face one
Some
time.
player he was, man. I used to offer.
Chrissy
Aye,
Commons,
mate,
mate.
He was unreal, man.
Mate,
If you're struggling, get to Commons, you'll pull something at me.
Mate, see Commons, man, he cocks the fucking left peg.
Aye.
30 yards out
Some
that.
scored some
shotgun.
goals, by the way, man. What a
I
player.
think he's a bailing, but no.
I think it's like the after their career, innit? It's like a bit like John Hartson, innit?
There's
Like,
nothing, there's nothing worse than that. Like, see, Sturridge, Appiel loved Sturridge.
Oh, same, mate.
At, like, Liverpool, mind he was hitting that. What was
Aye,
that
the
celebration? Mate,
dancing.
I think that was like, I think I would like do that.
Aye.
I like him. I used to think Sturridge and Suarez were like the best
Strikers in the
front two
world.
ever.
Aye, on FIFA and that. Yeah, mate, Sturridge and Suarez.
who was your see when you were a wee guy? Who was like your favourite football players?
Adel Tarat, mate.
Did you? Aye, he was like a absolute fucking. The streets will never forget. No,
The
it's
streets
always the
will
same
never
video,
I've
forget.
got
man.
a pure
Berbatov and all.
I've got a pure weird one, right? But it's so funny, like me and Coops,
Aye.
we pure together, like we played the same teams and that, and we pure loved see Inzaghi. Because like we loved how like he wasn't going to do tricks and that, but like give him a mad angled finish and it would just like slide it past it. Like there was nothing fancy, it was just like just delicate and just like could finish both
Aye.
feet. That we pure appreciated that.
Hey, mate, Italy, like, see that kind of early 2000s, like,
Unbelievable.
Serie A, mate, that's like a mad wild
My
level.
favourite era of football, I think, over there.
I think so. Italia 90 and that, did you ever watch it? Are you?
Aye, well, when I was away and it was on the telly in the
Aye,
90s, but I remember like used to be Juventus were like the best. I used to love Del Piero when I was younger.
Best name
Had
ever,
Juve
mate.
shirts and all
Mate,
that.
that's like my cousin Marco Antonio. That's like they're Juve fans.
Aye.
Like back in Wellerfay, and they always pure loved like. So I've always known about these mad Italian, like see like Baggio and that. They all like
Aye.
Reilly tells me about Baggio and that, and he's like, oh Baggio.
Oh, Baggio.
Baggio. But they were like Del Piero was their
he
pure
was unbelievable,
messiah,
man.
bro. They loved him, and then we nearly got him, mate. I've said this to him before. Do you
Aye,
remember
aye,
we
when
nearly?
they went to Australia instead, I think.
Aye, went to Western Sydney or something, didn't he?
Aye.
Imagine the shirts with that
40-year-old,
flying, bro.
40-year-old Del
What a
Piero
player,
mate,
man.
is so
Like,
good.
I used
bro.
to love when I was away, I really love Fernando Torres and all, man.
Aye.
I just thought he was the best.
Have you seen Torres now?
As you know, and some night like PT and that.
you
Like,
seen him?
in a
He's
good
put him
way, some
roided
night in a
up.
good
Oh,
way.
is he? I thought you meant he'd like went half of those.
No, he's
Yeah,
huge,
for
bro.
reals.
He's like the Dwayne the Rock fucking Torres, bro.
Dwayne the Rock Torres.
He honestly is, but he's it's pure mad looking.
I need to see him. Guys, unfortunately, YouTube absolutely hates us. We don't get monetization on any of our videos. That means we don't get any ad money from anything we upload on YouTube.
Please give us money.
So we rely on people to go and subscribe to our Patreon.
People say money doesn't buy happiness. They're fucking liars. They're liars and fucking bastards.
At our Patreon, you subscribe, you pay a monthly fee. There's a range of different tiers
Money's everything, mate. Money's like all. Money's all we need.
where you get more episodes, early episodes.
Klarna debt, credit card debt, Foxy Bingo debt. I bought a speedboat. Can't afford that thing.
Once you subscribe to the Patreon, you'll start getting bonus episodes. So you'll get things like different perks. You'll get early episodes. You'll get access to the Discord, where
Please, £4 a pop when I'm buying butter.
and it allows you to support us to get all our own equipment. That's the reason that we're standing here today with all our own stuff. It's because of people supporting the Patreon.
Lurpak is out the question. I'm on Norpak at the best of times.
So if you feel like giving a bit more and you'll get maybe bonus episodes, early episodes, vlogs, things that you don't see on the YouTube.
I think podcasts just grow on trees. All these cameras and that, it's expensive. Everything is expensive. This is expensive.
Then go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff.
All right.
When I was younger, ballers, mate, and me and Mark Bradley used to love Dundee United, like 2014 and that, 2016 maybe. Like
Johnny
that
Russell and all that,
mate,
man.
oh, what a team, mate. And
Some player, man.
we Ryan Gould and that, but then even like see Chief G fucking Nadir, Chief Jimmy, Stuart Armstrong, and Gary McKay,
They're
all
all
played for them,
brilliant,
but neither of us have like they're all mad ballers.
Celtic to every one of them.
Just like easy.
That must be so annoying, but that's what happens to Celtic, isn't it, really?
Celtic and Rangers are hated by all other fans of other clubs.
Aye.
Fucking haters, man.
I can see it, mate. I can imagine, see if I'm like, because I know my boy is like a county fan, home and away and all that. I know my boy it's a Clyde fan and all, mad ham for the fully. I Clyde like every game, mate, home and
Clyde,
away.
aye.
Aye, and I'm like, can I ask about it? And it's just like, it's just like fucking they two pricks. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it's known as, just the they two. Like, well, Celtic and Rangers to everything else are just like, never mind that. Like, don't even think about like, because obviously, if you're like a Hibs or Aberdeen fan, you can't even think about winning the league. Like, how shit would that be?
But then-
Absolute purgatory.
Isn't
But
it?
seeing the flip side, right? Like, I don't know how much fans of this believe this. Leave a comment if you're maybe another fan that's not a
Motherwell fan or
Celtic or
something.
Rangers fan, but a lot of them claim that it would be boring to support Celtic or Rangers because
No,
you
it's
just
not.
kind of win all the
Yeah,
time,
I've
and
seen
it's
that.
like people say it, especially with Celtic because they've been so
What an
dominant.
absolute pish, man.
I like it's here. I'll tell
What
you
a
something,
shite.
right? You might think that we kind of kid on, we like winning the league. Nah, no, we heavy like it. Mate.
Here, try it.
Try it once, mate.
It's so fun.
You know, go back.
Do you want to try it?
It's nuts how fun that shit is, but because I think see when you hear Joe Hart, who's went a bit like, I'm kind of like mates in the Kelly household, see like Franny and that hates Hart, man. Like see
I
his,
like that,
his
man.
commentary,
His
but
commentary's
Ice baths and that.
he's like,
Aye,
mate,
I
do you know
love
what the
them,
pattern is
mate.
in the
Like ice
Kelly?
baths.
No, the pattern is in the Kelly pub whenever Hart's speaking. It's like Greg Taylor used to love it when I would massage his legs. See, like, it's like
Doesn't matter. Quiet guy, but a guy you certainly want on your side.
when I kissed him on the forehead, he was always ready to go. Like, mate, it says mad, like weirdly, like he's like, we're all together and we hugged and kissed before the match. You know, like, so that shit. But he said something in an interview, mate. I fucking loved this interview at the time. My mind, I was driving back from Campbelltown with Morgan and I was pure rough. And I put on the High Performance podcast with Joe Hart.
no.
Mate. I was like,
I can't
yes.
listen to that Bartlett.
It was, is it no? It's
Can't-
Humphreys, isn't
Oh,
it?
same-
Jake Humphreys, aye.
Two cheeks
Stephen
of the
Bartlett.
same-
Stephen Bartlett, don't get me started. on
That's
Ba-
diary of a CEO, and then
Albert's boy.
mate, the Albert Bartlett, the rooster.
Do you know what
Big
Airdrie
potato.
Stadium? Do you know what Airdrie Stadium's called?
What?
The Albert Bartlett Arena.
No, it's not. I don't got any. It's called Albert Bartlett Stadium, mate. Spud money and Airdrie's rife, bro.
Aye, it's like
Big spud money in
Tatty
Airdrie.
though.
Tatty though, mate. They own it. I used to, do
I
you
don't
know?
think people fair to like the Irish, you know.
No, but the Albert Bartlett. That's where they're made, bro. That's a big factory, the Albert Bartlett Stadium, mate. They
Just
build
pump out
they're
toys.
pumping out totties, bro. It's like half the joke. Like, see, when you grow up in Airdrie, they say to you, right, you need to get a job or you need to go up the spuds. Because, like,
That's
Up his butts.
that's the most 1970s thing I've ever heard, man.
mate, I was watching a crazy thing the other night.
Is that what? Sorry, I want to get back to the spuds.
sorry.
bro. So the spuds is that an Airdrie? Is that like? Do you know how?
It's like the mines.
So it was always known in.
Shipyards for the
seeing like in Asian countries and that. See it's mainly farmland, but then there's these huge cities. It works so well because people would like try and make it in the big city, but if they can't, they'd always just come back and work on the farm, and that's like how the full country's economy works. People that go and try and like fuck it, go back and work on the farm with the family. Is that a bit like the totties up Airdrie?
Aye.
Like
A lot of areas are known for like a particular industry, like so Canby slang was Hoovers.
It was.
Lantern used to be a coal mining place, and then there's other like parts of. I think Greenock was it the Hingme factory? Was it like Hewlett Packard or some computer or Dell or something like that? Up Greenock, I know. Aye.
Hingway's one fucking Motherwell where they know like steel.
Aye, steel.
Steelworks.
Steelworks,
Aye,
nah, aye,
Steelman.
Steelman.
By the way, I like a bit of Steelman.
Airdrie Spuds.
The Spud guys. The Spud Bros.
Spud Bros, mate.
Spud Bros up Airdrie.
We've got a bit of inside info about Spuds. We'll tell you later. We can't tell you in the podcast.
Is it not?
Unfortunately, we can't tell you.
When's that coming out? Mate,
I know, I want to announce it. We'll tell you off camera. But I seen a mental thing about a woman. It was a wee lassie called Moira Anderson, right?
Right.
So I was out a walk with Megan. She was like, "Aye, did the Moira Anderson Foundation ever come to your school when you were young?" And I was like, "What the fuck's that?" And she's like, basically in the 50s, in like 1957 in Coatbridge, I watched a documentary on it, like a mad 90s BBC documentary. It was so good. Should go watch it on YouTube. Actually, it's actually really good. But I was watching it, and so this wee lassie's granda. She was in her granda's house, and he was making fish and chips. So he sent her out for a pun of lard or something, right? Whatever they fucking used. And she had to, it was a blizzard, and he was like, go and get fucking lard for the show, obviously. Go and get fucking lard in here. So she's like 11, and this is how mad it is in the 50s. Like, you just send an 11-year-old like a mile walk down to the shop, like back. So he's like, nothing wrong with it. So they send her out, and she needs to get the only shop that still opens a co-op, and she needs to get a bus for her, like where she stays, into the main town bit to get lard.
Cooperative.
To get a cooperative to get some lard. Never see her again, mate. And the last place she's seen is on a bus, right? But this is what I was found nuts. So immediately,
Madness,
right?
that.
It's meant to be like the bus driver done it because she lost her fare in the snow because it was a blizzard. So she's went on and she's like, oh, I've not got a fare, and he's like, aye, I'll help you. And then I don't know, he's done something to her, right? But see, at the time, how mad's this, right? See, because this is how dumb people were in the 50s, it's crazy. See, because bus drivers wore like uniforms and that, like had like suit trousers on, the police were like, could it have been a bus driver that done it? Like, that's the actual, that's what they thought. They didn't question any bus driver or anything.
Because it's just and all that. Like, he's a good guy.
But then
It's George. He's been driving the bus for years.
He's
so
a police officer. He's a good guy.
Then years later, this lassie who like lived right up the road for her, she's talking to her dad, and she said her dad was always a bit of a weirdo and that, and like creepy, like her own dad, right? And she's talking to him, and she said, "Oh, I think the dad left that lassie and her mom like on their own,
right?
Like randomly ran off with like a woman that works on the buses, like a pure young lassie." And then she seen him at a funeral years later, and she was like, you need to apologise to me and all that, blah blah blah, and after all the support your father's giving you, your mother and all that. And he says, my dad doesn't talk to me. And she says, how? And he goes like that. She says, because he thinks I done that Moira Anderson thing. And then she's like, what? That's heavy weird. Why would you even why would he connect you to that? And then so she went and started investigating against her own dad to prove that her dad murdered her. It's so weird, but seeing the documentary. So this guy has been already, the reason that he's the pure prime suspect, a month before that murder happened, he was charged for having sex with a 13-year-old lassie. So,
Dogging bastard.
and then, mate, but the most nuts part about this interview, it's called Cutting Edge. It's so good. Is like they've actually got, so like this guy's been a child paedophile. They've got him. They're interviewing him.
He's like,
I never done it and all that. But you can tell because he's like, do you know what he says? And how boggins this? He's like, I never done it. I'm too chicken-hearted to do it like that.
As if he wants to.
As if he's like, I'd be too scared to do something like that.
Chicken-hearted's good though.
Chicken-hearted.
Chicken-hearted's good.
Man.
Mate, that's so, see that shit about like him being like previously convicted like so soon before, right? I don't know, I think this thing's done now, right? But mind, I was at jury duty. I know we can't talk about it if it's ongoing, but it got done booked for like the start of this year, so I think it's done, right? But I won't pure tell my details about it just in case it is bad. So I was at jury duty, and this mad guy was getting done for being weird with this like young kind of 21-year-old lassie, and it was like all these details obviously went on for a few days and that, and it was pure, right, so this happened, and then heard his story, heard all this stuff, witnesses, but it was all kind of cloudy and that, and there was some people that were like, nah, I don't think you can prove it, not all that shit and that, but we ended up being guilty. And then when we went to give the verdict, they read out
all his previous charges. It's madness.
Nuts, bro. Like they kind of was like, your vile, like horrible, disgusting past, that blah blah blah. And I'm so glad that the jury was able to see. But I'm like, see, because we didn't know any of that shit. I was like, that's heavy. I don't know. Like they knew about this, so obviously he's done it. So just fucking get the jail.
What's the point?
But then there was something
Fair
in that.
trial and all
Mate,
that.
have you seen Better Call Saul?
No, mate, I know Ben watches it. But
Oh, it's so good, bro. See the prosecutor lawyer. She done a mad clever thing, mate. Like said, like, see on the CCTV or something, like she's showing something, and she was like, showed a bit that was nothing to do with the case, but it shows the guy going up to talk to another lassie. and it was like, and the judge was like, oh no, stop, like that's bad. But I'm like, she's knew that because she
Aye,
knows
bending
we're
the
good.
trial
You
kind
know what I
of
mean?
thing.
That's
Aye.
pure, that's clever shit, bro.
Yeah,
I'm all about all that.
'Cause in Scotland, I think it's unique. The judicial system, you can get obviously a guilty, not guilty, or a not proven.
Not proven.
So
Aye.
not proven verdict, which is interesting because it can be like this person's clearly done it, but there's no.
It's
There's
not
not enough
beyond.
evidence.
Are we not
to
only the
charge
one,
him.
like, are we the only country that's got that?
Aye, there's been a few infamous cases where they're not proven in
Aye, is there?
Scotland. Aye.
We've got
No,
a
I can
mad.
fucking remember, man. But there's been a few.
We've got a mad. Scotland's renowned for its justice system, mate. It's his judicial system. It's like very like it's for hundreds of years. It's been that's why it's called like that thing Scots Yard and all that. Like we've got mad. Don't know. We've always been mad fair. Fucking judicators.
I'd like to be a judge. Just fucking wear the big and the mad gown in it.
I
a
always
good
think,
judge.
but like, see,
You are guilty.
I would go like Black Minister with it or something. I do declare that you have done the crime and you will do the time. I would do something like that.
I would need to rhyme most of my stuff. I might rap. The rapping judge, mate. That's a new show, and like know how you always get mad judges shows on ITV2 and that. That's a new
Judge
one.
Rinder and all that.
Mate, I hate all that,
Judge
bro.
Judy.
Judge Judy, Judge Rinder, no that.
A man that's
Except the one that's like, why are you laughing? You know that? That's so funny. It's like the guy's cat keeps shagging a woman's cat keeps shagging their neighbour's dog or something.
Aye.
She's like, it's like it's not
That's
funny. Why are you
that's
laughing?
a legendary one.
Love that shit.
I was going to say a man that's very in tune with the justice system, Mr. James the English.
Oh,
Now, I want to know.
I thought you were going to say Lee Sutherland.
Him and all, mate. He was dying to get on James English, Lee Sutherland.
was he? Aye.
I think it's one of the ones that if you ask to go on a podcast, you're probably not going to get on the podcast.
Aye, there's
It's as
probably a
simple
reason
as
you're not
that.
getting asked to go on.
Aye,
Aye,
take note.
that's the way.
Mate, you're just off the back of the Armadillo show.
Yes.
It looked amazing, mate. I want to know though, because after it, I seen you putting on your story. It was like you and Ben listen to James English in the motor. See, leading up to the shows that you done, do you just listen to him all day?
No,
or like
no,
listen
no.
to listen to somebody, a specific guest that's on it.
No, not at all. It was obviously because it was the fourth time we've done it. Albeit we changed the script, but it was mainly just the last thing you're worrying about is being on the stage. To be honest, it's all the other things round about it, and you kind of consider all the things that might go wrong, like the sound, lights, fucking the big screen behind it. Make sure tickets are sorted out for sponsors and people that are on it, all that kind of stuff.
That's the
It's
main
just-
stress for
aye,
doing it.
man, aye, and just even.
Do you think that's kind of good in a sense that you're like kind of preoccupied, so you're a bit like the show's like, aye, that takes care of itself. I'm worried about all this other
it's
shit.
like because we rehearsed it so many times and had performed the majority of it before. It's like it just becomes second nature. Like, you know what I mean? You're obviously we all work and stuff like that. And if you're going to rehearse it 3 nights a week for 3 hours at a time, it's just constant. Do you know what I mean? It's like learning lyrics to a song in a way.
Aye.
But-
See, by the end of it, you just like auto tune it, like you just know what's coming up.
Aye. Like if me, Ben and Matt were in this room now, we could just do the whole thing like that, no bother.
Aye,
It's
that's mad.
crazy,
Muscle
man.
memory shit.
It's just aye.
I watched obviously the one for the pavilion is on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, aye.
Sat and watched the full thing, mate. I was just laughing through the whole thing. I was just thinking how proud I am of the 3 yous for
Thank
putting
you,
on
mate.
a show like that, because it was just so. You know, you've made it look like an easy thing to do, but it's no an easy thing to do. And like, I also think with you're saying like, obviously you scripted what you're going to say,
Aye.
but you still made it look like you were actually talking to each other. So that's a talent in itself to be that natural. But
Aye, you're
it was
not
amazing,
just,
mate.
You're not
And-
just saying the words, you're actually having the conversation still.
Ah,
even
you're
though
like it's natural. It sounds natural. So you've obviously put a lot of work into it. See, so that's on YouTube. The new we'll link that. Are you going to release the one for the Armadillo?
Aye, at some point, we will at some point, because the one that's for the pavilion, which is on YouTube, is like there's another half added onto that. So like the first part on YouTube and is like obviously Matt playing the podcast host, and then me and Ben playing the gangster twins. I'm the Mancunian former serial killer, and Ben's choose a shooter, not a
What
scooter.
was the names?
Aye.
What was the names of the characters? Because I was howling at them.
All right, so I was former serial killer David Ice, the former dog breeder porn star, and the man that brought the ice bath to Scotland. So that's David Ice. Ben's R&B, So
what's-
R&B, choose a scooter, not a shooter. Scouse former gangster who's on a redemption arc in his life to and give everybody who hands in a gun a scooter. And then Davy Gray and Donny Gray, the Gray twins, who are like
Gray twins.
throwback Glasgow gangsters. And that's for the pavilion, but then we've added in I play the devil and Ben plays Elvis Presley. So
Is it
just
the
takes
same
him-
characters in the Armadillo one, except you've just added like, the devil part in
Aye,
it?
there's slight changes and things, like just fine tuning certain things.
Something that pure caught me off guard in it is, so like when you came out as David Ice,
Aye.
I was like, right, this totally makes sense to me, right? Like I could have predicted maybe how you're going to talk, and then when he comes out as a Scouser, I'm like, right, darn G, right, I kind of right. But then what pure got me was the Grey twins, how different they were,
Aye.
and like the contrast, and like
Aye.
Ben talk like that.
Ben's a reputable former gangster business owner.
What made you want to
Aye.
make them so different?
I don't know, mate. Like, just Ben can do this mad funny voice. Well, you need to fit that in.
Do the voice. You do it.
Ben kind of speaks like, imagine you're a guy. I've actually used to run this city back in the day when I was a little younger. I was a little wild right, and I built up a few terrible reputation for myself. But now in the shake and I'm a business owner. I'm doing real successful in the world of business. That was like Ben's character.
Who are
then.
you?
My character was very mellow toned, Jimmy.
Aye.
Kind of spot on that. But he could turn around and hurt me.
He's a man of action.
It's a psychopath. But, I
Was
just
he meant to be Ronnie then?
it was like, obviously the Grey twins is a throw and
The craze.
and that, but I would just kind of. I think the good thing, see, when you're writing something yourself, you put your own spin on it and how you want it to go. It's which is that's you're kind of playing on your strengths and what voices you can do.
Do
and
you
all that as well.
enjoy the writing process?
That's good, mate. Aye, that's
Aye.
actually class. It's hilarious.
Is that your is that the most, maybe apart from being on the stage, the most fun part of it? Like just all sitting in a room and bouncing off each other and being like, no, what if he done this bit? Or what if his name was that?
the
'Cause
best
I think I would love that bit of it.
Aye, that's the writing. See, when you write something that you think, and then you actually perform it for the first time, it's fucking hilarious.
You
Like,
hear cunts laughing at you're like, yeah, that must be
it's
unreal.
like there's a bit in the Armadillo, and I'm obviously the former serial killer. And Mark goes to me, he says, and I go, and that's when I saw Red James, like pure, like, just talking about killing my family. And then he goes, Red, so you're a Man U fan then? then he goes, Ruben Amorim doing a great job. My fellow countryman Bruno Fernandes and former Rangers loan boy Amad Diallo. However, there's a few problems at the back with big Harry Maguire, not so good for set pieces. It's pure random.
Just
like,
goes into it.
when they actually put it in, it was just fucking sitting, and then like, how funny would it be if you just went off now on tangent.
And then just snap
Talking
back
about-
into it.
Aye, pure no context to the actual script or whatever.
Who's it that does that? Who's it you showed me that was doing that? And he was like, it's a wee bat, know what I mean? It's not a knife, I don't fuck with knives. And he just
Andy Collins?
Andy Collins.
What a guy, man.
Andy Collins, that's what he
Box
does. But
office.
he just goes on and he'll just start talking.
ADHD.
Like a train, mate.
Aye.
Andy's
I
a
love-
legend, mate. Glasgow, mate.
Glasgow's
different.
Glasgow's
built
built different, mate.
It's built so different, mate.
Built
They can't.
different.
They can say all they want. It's built different.
We
mate.
are built different, bro.
Andy's class, man. I love being on Andy's live.
We're a stand, mate.
He's
He's an interesting character, man. He's,
Are you going to do the show again?
don't know, mate. Like, we've got a few things in the pipeline. I can't talk about it on the pod, but I'll talk about it after last sort of half the pod. You can't mention it. If you buy the book, it's in the book. No, I'll talk to you after. But there's exciting stuff in
I know
coming. I
about
think.
it. It's mental stuff.
Aye, so exciting stuff coming in that. Hopefully, but I can't say it now. Hopefully, in a couple of months, we'll be able to.
See, because like the fear I would have of doing something like that is the first time I do it, going out and being like, right, this is good, man, and then like you see the first line that's meant to be funny, and you just hear absolute silence. Like, did you have that worry before?
Walk out the stage, alright, everybody, my name's Evan Reilly. No, mate, it's really weird, like, because the thing is, see when you're on the stage, right? So obviously we've done the Pavilion, done the Fringe, and done the Armadillo, all kind of very different venues in the sense of the Pavilion's like really like compact and the crowd's right on top of you almost.
Aye, it's dead
It's really high, mate. It's dead brilliant, really brilliant venue. We done it in it was the National Museum of Scotland, and they had an auditorium. It was 220 seats in it, and that was right on top of you. I know, really intimate. And then the Armadillo is like amazing venue, like obviously fucking Bob Dylan and all that. And the person that was on before us, the last person that played Armadillo for us was Ricky Gervais.
That's nuts, bro.
Ben walked into a changing room and there was a glass of red wine that hadn't been thrown away, and Ben was like, I wonder if that's Gervais's red wine. Going to bottle that up and sell it. But no, and that venue's it's like a conference centre, so like you pick these things up when you play them, you realise that there's slight differences. So I always think like, but the one thing they've got on common is that you can't really see beyond the third or fourth row.
Mm-hmm. Do you like? Is that a good thing?
Because
you can
I'm
just get
kicking about wearing glasses, no, so I can't actually see. But the thing is like the crowd kind of, it's brilliant, man, because everybody's there for a laugh at the end of the day, and also nobody. The one thing that would maybe make me anxious is like, oh, what happens if I fuck up a cue or a line or that? But nobody in the crowd, a lot of them only know what you're actually going to say anyway, so it doesn't matter. And if you can think on your feet, it's fine. And obviously, when there's other, see, like the likes of yous two done it, yous would know the script for everybody, and if say Evan forgot to say something, you would then you could kind of get him to say it without actually saying you forgot to say that. You know what I mean? You'd maybe ask him or provoke him to say it.
Get your mind going again.
The thing way back. I think there's a thing, right? See when I was sometimes I'm just thinking, I imagine being on stage and that, right? And it's like when I was younger, my ma was getting bloods taken, right? And she was like, oh, I'm heavy terrified of blood or whatever, and she was like in the hospital and that, and I was like, no, it's alright. I was like, I thought to myself, obviously I'm a mad hard man, blood's not going to bother me at all, obviously. And I was holding her on, but then see when I seen like blood going up the wee thing, I was like, oh, and I nearly fainted, like I got woozy, and that was like the first time I'd realised like there's mad shit that you can't control and you can't predict that can just happen to you, just come at you. And I imagine, like, because when I think about going on stage and that, I'm just like, I would just go and do this and it would be a buzz and that would be sound. Then I imagine just going out and be like,
it's amazing. No, I think you should really enjoy it, man. It's brilliant.
I can see myself enjoying it, man.
It's because it's something you never think you would end up doing, and then
it's
but
fucking
live
mental,
events
mate.
are brilliant thing to do, man. It's just good to have everybody there and everybody's enjoying themselves, really. Do you know what I mean?
Is that like, so see like the whole process, you love the writing side of it, maybe love rehearsing it and being like, oh, that works. Is the best feeling at all at the end when you've just finished it and you're just sort of taking in congratulations, like all the months work that you've just done?
He's classmate, like when you do, see, when I actually really enjoyed doing it, like, I get a buzz then, because obviously it's like back and forth for the crowd and all that, and it's brilliant.
I must feel class, bro.
It's good, man. On the stage it's brilliant, and at the end of it you feel obviously fucking brilliant, done that. But I mean, see, after we done that, man, the first thing in my mind was, as soon as I went off the stage, bounced into the changing room, got changed, went and got a van, drove a van for a car park to the backstage and started taking all the set away, because we had an after party thing in a pub, and I was like, I need to get all this stuff so I can go back to the after party.
So you didn't get a chance to like...
No,
just...
I spoke to a couple of like sponsors and close friends and that, family members came backstage after it, but
I was going to say, was there a green room or that?
aye, so you've got it, when you book an armadillo you get it to 1 in, so you could stay in there and you're in changing room and all this, but we were out quickly, because the first thing in my mind is getting ready with like couches and the set, carpets, tables, all that kind of thing.
Logistics.
Where did you do? Where did you do it? Or where did you get it? Or where did you do the
Software
set?
houses.
Did you?
That's size.
That's crazy,
That's
isn't it?
class,
And,
bro. I love that shit.
Off our houses, and then my mate gave us his work van to use as well. So I was just load the van up, and then we ended up going to the pub and that, and walked into the pub, got a wee couple of claps and cuddles and that with friends.
That's nice,
It
bro.
was brilliant, but man, it's just obviously the best thing about it is you see how many people support you and want to see you doing well and all that, and obviously people were saying that they really enjoyed it and that, and you can't. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
And
It's
as you
amazing.
say, people are there to enjoy themselves. Like it's different. Like that's why I always thought, like, we were talking about they maybe doing like a mad fringe thing or something.
Aye.
But I feel like you need to do a thing that's like your people are there to see you and that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you need to do your own show, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like it'd be different doing something like that when every day, as I say, is just they like what you're all about and they have a buzz and nobody's going to be a mad dick.
A lot of, like, as you said there, Sean, it's like you're going to, and the people are like ready to laugh. Like, I never realised that was a thing until I went and seen comedians.
Aye.
And because I was always, like, say if you watch like a stand-up in your house on YouTube, you're watching it and you're like, that's quite funny, like a few bits of it. But then when you're in the room, and
it's different.
it's like
It feels different.
it's contagious. See, obviously you've done, how many times you done that one show?
So the first time we done it was Mark's done his stand up, and then we done it at the Pavilion last March, and then We done it twice at the Fringe, and then we done it obviously there in the Armadillo.
What was your favourite one?
The first one was class because it's the first time I had been on a stage for primary school. Not even kidding. Never done any drama. Never done anything like that. And then it just was amazing because I think it's one of these things you didn't ever think I'll be able to do it, and then you do it, and you're like,
What
fucking
were you
hell,
doing
man.
in primary school?
One of the Three Kings in
Oh,
the St.
yeah.
Blaine's primary school.
That'll warm you up, man.
That's
I
a good
remember.
role, mate. What one? What did you bring for
Can't
the wedding?
remember.
Frankincense?
Gold murder, frankincense. I think it's frankincense.
Aye, you've really much
Frankincense.
frankincense.
Aye, what would you bring for the wedding? Aye, but no, it's mental, mate, when you think about it. I think it's just the main thing I want to say about it is just like, we've had no backing whatsoever to do this at all. Like, nothing. The only backing we've ever had was for the Armadillo, where free friends, people sponsored us to basically come up with a deposit to book it. Like, what we wanted to do was break even for it, but you need to front up thousands and thousands of pounds just to get it. But with no backing whatsoever. So if MD wants to fucking do something, you just need to go and do it, really. Do you know what I mean? You just need to believe in yourself and do it. Do you know what I mean? If we didn't work, like, it wouldn't happen. So use with this podcast, like, I know you've got Patreons and that, but ultimately, if you didn't start it yourself, it wouldn't have happened.
Aye, but
Do you know what I mean?
the backing's the people that want to come and watch you, innit?
100%, aye.
No, I mean people that are going to part with their hard-earned dough, mate. Like,
I
cunts,
know.
when you think about
Aye,
your
big
Patreon,
time,
you're like
but-
that. Know that I'm saying it'll put all sorts of people like that, but you're like, that's amazing that those cunts actually
Aye.
their own money, mate. They're actual gainers. It's so sick.
Aye. There's something I wanted to ask about. Obviously, you've done the show a good few times now.
Aye.
See, because it's worked and it's like, you know, you can do that and it's been successful, and you know, right, we've got this James English sort of thing nailed down. Does it make you want to try other things?
Aye, 100%. Like, I mean, there's like a side to it which is like, if you'd have a really successful show on stage show and people love it, you can just keep doing it and doing it. But I think it's more like, see, like Book of Mormon, for example, like, it was just fucking rolls and rolls and rolls, and you get another cast in and all that. But we'll 100% do something different. We've got kind of ideas in that we had a night, like, see the music side of it as well, mate. Like, we sang a lot of tunes, and even at the Armadillo, we wrote our own music and stuff like that. But I think if we do another thing, it would be centred around about singing and music now.
Oh,
It's just fucking
mate,
madness.
see if
but
you'd
it's-
done an actual
a
musical,
musical,
mate,
mate,
that
aye.
would be so funny.
How good would a full cat get, like, all that back
Dances.
dance?
it's a target of mine to do to write a pantomime, but an adult's pantomime.
Aye.
That'd be
So
great,
that
by the
would
way,
be
because there's no
a
actually like
target of
a
mine.
lot of like really good. Do you know what I mean? Like, see
Aye.
if it came out Christmas time, bro. Your bros Mark Black, they're putting on a pantomime,
Aye.
and it was like about old Glasgow and all that,
Oh.
like, and it was just funny. How good would that
I think
be?
people
be-
would enjoy it, mate. I think the thing
That
is
works
as well.
night out.
Aye.
That would turn out mad Christmas works night out every year. You go to the Ewart pantomime.
Mate, you're printing money here.
You never know, mate. But so it's something that we spoke about, like how we would like to do it. Like, people there on What's Nights Out, it'd be absolute chaos in the crowd, man.
Get Mad Grado in.
He's fucking brilliant.
He would
He's
draw-
good,
he would be
man.
big
He's a
ball,
great
would
guy. He's a great guy.
Aye, he would be.
He remortgaged my house.
But he's the king, mate. He's a panto king.
I actually went and seen his panto, man.
Did you? How was
Aye,
it?
Was it Beauty and the Beastie? I can't remember. Aye,
Beauty and the Beastie?
I
It
think
was
it was.
great,
aye.
though.
The Beastie.
I think it was. It was in
great.
the. It was in the pavilion. Was it in the pavilion? It was in the pavilion. He was him and Stephen Purden
Aye.
played these two wee guys, and they had a wee catchphrase. You went to righty tighty. All the time everybody was like, "Hey, all these righty tighty." It's
That's
hilarious,
so
man.
funny.
And it was Liam Dolan was the main kind of guy in it.
Aye,
He's
aye.
brilliant, man.
He good.
He's great.
I wonder if, see, do you know how like you just explained that bit there, and like in pantomimes it is it's different to just putting on a live thing. Like, you need to be pure in a right audience. Like,
aye.
you need to hit the old like, right, everybody ready. Like, so you need to factor that in.
Next show we do, we need to get see them had light up lightsabers and that.
Mate, I love
Get
that
him on the
shit.
go.
I left the studio steaming fucking 4 balls at LD done. Sold you and all that, mate.
it's carnage,
I was wrecked. We got a lift, it was with Scally, got a lift back into town, and I like charged up to like the King's Theatre or something. I don't even remember that. I said to Evan, I was like, how did we get to like the tune and that? Like, pure
What time of day was this? Was it early?
Mate, aye,
It's probably about 7, 6 or something.
aye, but we had been in for like 3 or something, hadn't we?
Earlier
So,
than that, I think,
mate,
aye.
we're just sitting in here we got a crate of half bottles for Eldorado, and they were
That's dangerous,
finished
mate.
after
That's-
that day. So we were skulled, and you kept going, fucking need to go to theatre after this. And I kept thinking, how are you going to sit in a
What did you
theatre?
go to see?
So I went and met the Kelly
Mamma
clan. It was my ma had bought us all tickets to like a play, and it was like a Friday night or whatever. It was like meant to be a mad like family night out or something. Like she bought us all. It was The Girl in the Train. You know that? It's like that book, and it turned into a film. And
Is it last serious thing?
no, do you know it? Aye, it's a play.
Bad
But do you don't know The Girl in the Train?
I think I've heard it.
Really?
But
So
I
the
don't
girl,
know a lot.
it was that series of books that was like Girl in a Train, Gone Girl, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, and that. They're dead famous books. Yeah, you know heard
I've
that?
heard the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Aye, it's like that same writer or whatever. But we went to this play, and I was like, "That's a good film. This will be class." Know what I mean? But I was fucking steaming. Right, I went and met them, and I had Italian. Fucking munched a pizza and was sculling pints and that, and I was pure embarrassed myself,
I hate
arguing with
being
my dad and all that.
I hate being steaming in a restaurant, man.
Oh, but
Fuck,
see when
she's
you're up-
turning up mad with that. Oh,
I
no,
look
man,
pure,
hate
like
it.
pure reading the menu and pure being loud and that. That's
But at the time,
Chips for everybody. Chips for everybody.
you get a chip, you get a chip.
sitting, I just sitting with the waiter like, well, man, put a chips here, there,
Chips here, there.
Garçon, boy.
Cutting in that.
What does garçon mean? Boy.
Aye, you're just in spoons. Like that.
But mate, we went into the playwright, and as I said, that was exactly like that, being a mad embarrassment. But we went into the play, and I was like, it was like a woman who is quite famous. She's like been in shit and that. I don't know what she was in, but she was quite famous, and it was like, oh, she's the lead. That's a mad thing. She's
aye.
like, she was like somebody's daughter, and she was in this thing and all, and whatever, meant to be pure good. And the full thing was just this woman shouting. She was just always going like, why would you do this? And it was so shite, mate. It was the worst
Do you not
shit.
enjoy it, no?
Mate, Jenna, the worst. I was going out to my mum like, what the fuck's all this about? See, but I thought it was maybe because I was wrecked, but I mind after being like, did any of you enjoy a minute of that? And they're all like, no, like, it was pure bad.
Better at Beauty and the Beast, man.
Pantomime
Panto's
is a
hilarious,
laugh,
mate.
mate. It's
So funny, man.
like theatre's shite. Well, it's no, because if obviously you
They
see a
get
good
Wayne's up on
play,
the stage at the end and all that as well. And she's literally 9 years old.
everybody
From
booing.
chapel or whatever. You know, it's brilliant.
Aye, it's very good, mate. So that's a path I would absolutely love to see the Ewart bros go down, mate.
You should
never
get,
know, mate.
You should,
See what happens.
you should get me and Jamie to play like animals in it, like street animals.
Urchins, street
Aye,
urchins.
I'll be
mate.
a wee cat.
Street dogs.
I'll be a fox, mate. Here, that's what you should do, mate. The fucking Pinocchio, man. Pinocchio might be the best thing ever, mate. Have you seen Pinocchio as an adult?
I've seen the film and that.
Like the old proper film? Mate, that's the most like
Terrifying.
surreal fucking art piece ever, bro. I love it. The fox and
The
the
nose
cat, the
growing and
mad,
that.
going to the mad bad boy village. Like that's what I would like to see turned into some sort of
No.
Glasgow interpretation of like Pinocchio. Do you know what I
You
mean?
know what I seen for the first time? Not even a panto, but you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
No,
Aye.
I've never watched that.
Aye,
mate,
it's class.
Fucking amazing, mate.
Is it,
Do you
is it
agree
really
with
good,
it?
eh?
No, mate, do you know, I was the only one. I think I was maybe one of it, but I was proper like emotional. But
When
I,
did you
I
watch it?
I cried.
went to see it in the GFT before Christmas. Me and
Aye.
Amy and our family and that.
We do that every year,
Mate,
in
it
there.
was like grown men, like fucking just after it, just sitting greeting in it. Madness. Beautiful film, but
What was that, like the 30s?
40s, 1945 or something like that.
Aye, and it's like
It's amazing, man.
he's like he does loans for hussies for people,
Aye.
and it's like a pure nice story.
Mate, it's
that.
amazing, man. I thought it was unbelievable. I thought it was amazing.
Something similar. It's like quite similar to one for like the Plankton movies on Netflix.
Aye, aye.
But for
The
SpongeBob,
bastardized SpongeBob, bro. They're all 3D on it. And it's fucking shite. I watch like video essays on YouTube about how season 1 of SpongeBob is like amazing and like breaks it down, like the music and the colours and all that. And you're like, no wonder I was pure transfixed on this.
Aye, mate, SpongeBob's like a mad. SpongeBob's
loved it, man.
generational,
It's
mate.
so good, mate.
Like,
Krabby
that's-
Patty and that.
like my dad used to like watching SpongeBob with me and all that.
It's bad. no, it's heavy funny, man. I think it's Bennett was saying, he was like, do you know what SpongeBob SquarePants is in French? I was like, what? And he's like, Bob L'Eponge.
Bob L'Eponge.
In France, it's like, what, Bob L'Eponge.
Oh mate, I want to watch
Very good.
I want to watch an episode in French. I wonder if Squidward just sounds like normal. a French Squidward. He's already a bit French, isn't he? Or something about
What was
French.
your favourite cartoons when you were younger?
SpongeBob, Gerald.
SpongeBob was, mate, no. See,
Recess, bro.
Recess was good.
Mate, I had my cat was called TJ Detweiler growing up.
DJ.
I used to
thought he was so
Randall,
cool.
remember Randall?
Randall's a wee snake.
snake.
mate.
Randall-
I used to get know how they made video with the mad Arsenal fan like he's done it again, the little prick. I used to do that when Randall Grasses and so you've got to fucking done it again, Randall.
I used to watch a thing. You ever remember one called Three Friends and Jerry? And it was pure weird, man.
No.
And it was type this, and it was a Swedish guy that made it. I think it was on Nickelodeon.
Right.
And it was a pure weird cartoon. Just
Three Friends and Jerry.
Aye.
I never heard that, no.
Aye, but I'm a bit older than you, so that's just
Mate, I go into like my ma used to show me. So there was a fucking thing called back in the 80s. There was a cartoon called Jamie and the Magic Torch. I've told you about it, mate. Jamie, my ma used to show me all the mad cartoon. We had videos of like all the cartoons she used to like. So I've got like mad. Like see like Bag Puss, you know.
Bag Puss. Aye.
I used to bash that, and then like this one's just I forget. I
The
forgot
Magic
about this.
Roundabout, no, that.
Magic Roundabout, so good, bro. See the film 2003, brilliant bit of cinema. No, there was one called the Moomins.
I've heard them Moomins.
No, the Moomins, mate. I used to watch that in video and get pure transfixed by it. That was like a mad Norwegian.
Do people know say like you look like a fucking Moomin and all
Aye,
that?
if you've got like if you're a mad like blob, you kind of might look like a moomin.
Right.
You see a lot of birds out of town that look moominy.
Mimini. See, there's a Mimini at the time.
Moomin dad.
Moomin women.
Moomin dad.
Aye, that was what it was, moomin papa and all that. But it was like in Norwegian and it was all dusty and it was like ooh.
We were, me and Jamie were talking a lot about like cartoons we pure fancied when we were wee guys, like Kim Possible and that.
Aye. Cartoons we fancy.
Oh,
Have
mate,
you got
there's some
any?
hot. Some hot. And
Helga
what's-
for Hey Arnold. Oh, good man. I want a girl who obsessed about me like Helga. Remember she had
that Helga type
Remember
one,
she had a mad cupboard with pictures of Arnold.
Aye.
She was just horrible to Arnold. And
You were just
fucking
dying to be
loved
Arnold.
him. Aye.
Mate, I didn't
Gerald,
have-
I preferred Gerald,
I
mate.
had no time for Arnold.
I liked Arnold,
I
mate, but I
didn't like
preferred
him.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Aye, his pal Gerald. With
Aye, he was the cool-
Oh, the big dude.
the
Aye.
athletic guy.
Aye, with the hair and he was a
He
class
kind of wore
guy.
a baseball jacket
Aye,
and that.
it was like a t-shirt that said like,
I used to think he was like Buzz for fucking
Home Alone?
Home Alone, mate. I used to think they were like this. That was like made after him or something. Mad Gerald. That was like
fucking the Sunners, man. But I used to love what was it called again? Cow chicken and all right. These things, cat
Yeah.
dog and all that.
Aye, Cat Dog was good, mate.
Cat
Cat Dog
Dog.
was nuts. Mad Cartoon Network thing. You ever see
Aye.
that? That was mad. I liked Phineas and Ferb. I liked Wizard of Waverly Place. Fairly Odd Parents, mate.
That was so good, bro.
Fairly Odd Parents was good. Did you ever watch that?
See, I didn't really see much of that. I think it's because I'm only like a year older than you, but it was a
But it
different.
moves quickly, bro.
Aye.
When people try and chat to me about even Wizards of Waverly Place, I don't want to know
I used to
nothing
love.
about that.
I used to love Brum. Do you remember Brum?
What is that? That's mad. That's pure
Brum was
mad.
like a wee the whole thing. The main character was a yellow motor, mate,
tiny
and it had
motor.
Brum was sick, mate. The wee beetle, and it's like move with the
Aye, it was like Brum, like, and he would like
Drive
he-
a bit, but I think it's called Brum because it was in Birmingham or something.
Aye, but Brum used to like, because you're thinking straight away in your head, you're like, what's this motor up to? But he would like solve things by like driving into a space and like putting his lights on. It would like show a dead body or something. I don't know, but it would like Brum would like go about and help things and all
I
that.
feel like I've just come out of my DMT trip or something. I remember now when you remember something that was pure lock, mate. Brum was nuts good,
Mate,
bro.
I used to watch another thing. I know a lot of people. I always try to talk to people. Not always, but when I bring it up, nobody knows what I'm fucking talking about. The Renford Rejects.
Aye, the
The
football team.
thing, aye.
Oh,
And that Alec Norton was in it and he played Taggart and stuff.
Taggart,
that was
aye, mate. There was a
amazing,
few,
bro.
I think there's a few people in that have ended up having like acting careers now as
Aye,
well.
it's funny going back and
Aye,
seeing them. they're
Renford
pure-
Rejects.
What do you mean I'm on the bench? It's a mad cheesy pure English football
And,
team.
and the goalie was a mad lover boy poet kind of guy. It's very funny, man.
You kind
Aye,
of mind
really
that.
funny.
I do kind of mind that. That's class.
So we're running out of time today. What we're going to do is we're not doing a Patreon bit with Sean. We'll get him on back on for a Patreon episode. Try and get Benjamin back there and all
get
somehow.
him over, aye.
Try and fit him in somewhere. What we're going to do is release a full episode that me and Jamie done the other night, an hour long on the Patreon instead. So that's available for all the tiers for the free trial all the way down. Sean, Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Good being
We
here.
love your company. Can you just tell people where they can go and watch that Pavilion one on YouTube? Whose channel is it on?
It's on Mart's, so if you type in Mart Black and then the drink, the drugs, the scratch cards, you should find it. But it's on our Ewart Bros social media, it'll be in the link in the bio or something. But it's worth a watch if you've not seen it.
And you're going to be doing some stuff in a couple of months. Keep an eye on shit.
I'll probably come back on and talk about it, hopefully,
Aye, cool,
if it goes well. But aye,
Good
couple
stuff.
of exciting
Loved it,
things
mate.
in the pipeline. Thanks,
Happy
boys.
days.
Cheers.
Cheers,
It's been a
Sean.
pleasure.
Bye.
See you
Pleasure,
later.
boys.
Patreon, here we come, man. See you later. Bye.